It's in the game.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really wanna brag, I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange, from the outlaw that'll never get tamed. Biscuit beats from the pirate band, sign this deal with a lobster hand. Freestyle like a bowling pin, flex these bars on a dolphin fin. Life's too short but I can't complain, doing backflips on a candy cane. Ride my scooter with a cape at night, and I'ma high five me a traffic light. I blink twice then I teleport, got kicked out of the Trump resort. Bought this cloud on a payment plan. Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really wanna brag, I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange, from the outlaw that'll never get tamed. Biscuit beats from the pirate band, sign this deal with a lobster hand. Freestyle like a bowling pin, flex these bars on a dolphin fin. Life's too short but I can't complain, doing backflips on a candy cane. Ride my scooter with a cape at night, and I'ma high five me a traffic light. I blink twice then I teleport, got kicked out of the Trump resort. Bought this cloud on a payment plan, then I ghosted out in a minivan. Mic in my hand like a waffle cone, spitting out syrup in the twilight zone. Got no job but I'm on the clock, and you can't stop me cause don't stop. Hey ladies, oh, when you're hot, girl. When you're not, nope. Hey fellas, oh, when you're hot, girl. When you're not, you're not. You know I'm hot, how many licks till the pepper gon' pop? Told my cap it's the CEO, then I moonwalked in a UFO. Mic my shoes with a Christmas wreath, dropping these bars while I brush my teeth. Flipping this verse like a boomerang, landed on stage in your backpack filled with a new disease. Telling my doubts I'm hard to please. We don't care, we bounce on clouds, sing off key and we're still too loud. Biscuit drops, the place explodes, jumping through life in my pantyhose. Still no job but I'm on the clock, and you can't stop me cause don't stop. Hey ladies, oh, when you're hot, girl. When you're not, nope. Hey fellas, oh, when you're hot, girl. When you're not, you're not. I see through your act and I still enjoy the show. Yeah. ever hated, that you ever hated. Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really wanna brag, I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange, from the outlaw that'll never get tamed. Biscuit beats from the pirate band, sign this deal with a lobster hand. Freestyle like a bowling pin, flex these bars on a dolphin fin. Life's too short but I can't complain, doing backflips on a candy cane. Ride my scooter with a cape at night, and I'ma high five me a traffic light. I blink twice then I teleport, got kicked out of the Trump resort. Bought this cloud on a payment plan, then I ghosted out in a minivan. Mic in my hand like a waffle cone, spitting out syrup in the twilight zone. Got no job but I'm on the clock, and you can't stop me, cause don't stop. Hey ladies, oh, when you're hot, girl. When you're not, nope. Hey fellas, oh, when you're hot, girl. When you're not, you're not. You know I'm hot, how many licks till the pepper gon' pop? Told my cap it's the CEO, then I moonwalked in a UFO. Mic my shoes with a Christmas wreath, dropping these bars while I brush my teeth. Flipping this verse like a boomerang, landed on stage in your backpack filled with a new disease. Telling my doubts I'm hard to please. We don't care, we bounce on clouds, sing off key, and we're still too loud. Biscuit drops, the place explodes, jumping through life in my pantyhose. Still no job, but I'm on the clock, and you can't stop me, cause don't stop. Hey ladies, oh, when you're hot, girl. When you're not, nope. Hey fellas, oh, when you're hot, girl. When you're not. I see through your act, and I still enjoy the show. Yeah.
Folks here in Florida definitely used to this. Rain in the forecast as we join you from Everbank Stadium here in the city of Jacksonville. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air, and off we go from Jacksonville. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. On the ground, here's the fourth-round pick from April's draft. Now he's loose at the 40, inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. You look at this Jaguar defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Here's Fields. Able to find Gray here. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Fields. Running the slant, Gray with it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense for the Jags, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
When this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
2nd and goal from the 1. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal. Here's Fields on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Folk. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45 out of bounds at the 44.
In a tie game, Both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 78 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. The Jaguars had 8-5 to start play, and they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Here's a give up the middle to the 27-yard line.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down and 8. Here's Lawrence to throw. Being chased out left. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards that time. 7-7, our score after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. A shotgun snap. Fields over the middle and complete to Wilson. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Now Folk for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Ooh, with a juke. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Jamin Davis, the one to get up from his linebacker spot and make that play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front, lofted it to the runner, and now not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. They work now on 2nd and 9. Fields now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Fields. He's got Smith here. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. So on 4th down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, able to avoid him. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Open man, it's Hunter. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Here's Lawrence. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
It's a throw again is Lawrence. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And his kick is indeed good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield. Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. He's going to find Taylor downfield. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
Let's just call it, as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. That is caught. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Lawrence will throw. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the shotgun, Lawrence flushed out right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Play action. It's Lawrence. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Will McDonald. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball. He's past the 30. And he will be out of bounds. So a clever idea on the run back, but the field goal unit able to stop him before he could really get going. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Now it's Fields. Complete. Smith has it. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In motion right is Wilson. To throw is Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Fields. It's caught. Smith. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. On now is Nick Folk in the field goal unit for the Jets. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And Folk missed it. It's no good. He missed it wide to the left. And this will remain an 11-point spread. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And even with the missed field goal that we just saw, they still have to try and erase a 2-score 4th quarter deficit. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Now Lawrence to throw. He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Again, it's Lawrence. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Will McDonald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off to Wilson it goes on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. From the gun, here's Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Justin Fields with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is up to 18 now. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pound on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold onto the football while being jostled?
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. On second and a long way to go. Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jets, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll look to get back on track next week.